Hey guys, Monkey Man here. How you guys doing? Today we're gonna check out the new Ipv3 Li. Here's the box for it. It's a pretty decent box. Nice and sturdy, hefty. On the back of it, it gives you what's inside of it. You get the device, you get the USB cable, warranty card, user manual. Let's open this up. Here's the S-Modus distributing card. You get a pretty decent manual for it. You get the USB charging cable, which is not a charging cable. It's strictly for updating the software or firmware. And then, if I can get it out of this ridiculous box, here's the Ipv3 Li. Alright? And this card right here that you see is the quality control. And that's done by number 2. Surprise number 1 didn't do it, but you know. This Ipv3, it's got the Yeehee SX330V SL chip. SL chip. And if you see inside, to open it up, you slide this back cover straight down. It's held in by this little ball bearing and it clicks in. It takes two 18650 batteries. Alright? How this works is the battery ribbon is on one side. So what you do is you lay it over and the polar is on the opposites. So it's not plus plus minus minus. It's plus on this side, minus on this side. So you take one side. In this particular case I usually do it like this. And it's upside down so I can't do it. If you can see this right here on the inside, when we do the unboxing on the close-up, you'll see it. This contact on top, the two contacts, the plus and the minus, they're springy. Whereas the one on the bottom end is just a copper piece. Copper button basically. So let me put the other battery in here. And close it up and you can see, just take it and you slide it in. There's a groove on this side and there's a groove on this side. Put it in the right way, obviously. It only goes one way. And that's it. Now it's on. Why don't we go down to the table. We'll take a look at it. And I'll show you what all the buttons do and how to turn it on and stuff. As you can see, it's a solid box. I like this box. It's a nice big button compared to the original Ipv3. There is no clickety buttons. I don't hear anything. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I can't hear anything. Okay. There's a touch sensor on top. You have a 510 connector. You have the Power for You logo over here. Excuse me, Pioneer for You. You have the USB connector. Remember, this is only for upgrading the firmware. And when you do that, you do have to remove the batteries. Stock is 165 watts. To do the upgrade will take you all about 5 to 10 minutes, depending on what type of computer you have. Now, to turn this device on, it's 5 clicks of this big button. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, at this point, I do not have a tank or an atomizer plugged in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the menu, and I'll show you how to do that. Once it's on, you hit the button 5 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And as you can see, it says system on. If you hit one of these 2 buttons, the unit will go off. If you hit it again, it'll go into either jewel mode or power mode by hitting one of these 2 buttons. Okay. Power mode is wattage mode. Stock, like I said, is 165 watts. So if you set it on power, you get wattage. If you set it to, and I have to go back in because it went back to the screen. I'm going to set it right now to jewel mode, which is temperature control. Hit the button again, you get Fahrenheit or Celsius. For Fahrenheit, you get from 212 degrees Fahrenheit all the way up to 572. Now in Celsius, you get from 100 Celsius to 300 Celsius. I'm in America, so you know I'm used to the Fahrenheit, so we'll go with that. Hit the power button again. This tells you the degrees. Right now it's set at 374, and I'll send it to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. It'll go up and down. This is up, this is down. Hit the power button again. Here, this is very important. When you have the stock box at 165 watts, this will only say nickel. Okay? When you do the upgrade, this will change. It'll say Ni200 for nickel. You press it again, it'll say Ti01. The Ti01 designates titanium wire. Now we'll leave it on titanium wire. Now, press the button again. It says exit on. If you press one of these two buttons, it'll go back into the unit so you can vape. If you press the other button, it'll go off. So now, if you can see, I have set it at 35 joules, okay? And it's at 375 watts. What does that mean? That means that at 35 joules is a wrap up time. How fast the coil gets hot. With nickel wire, you can only go up to 50 joules. With titanium, you can go up to 100. Now, how this basically works is that you press the button, the computer in here, the chip in here, will go up to 375 degrees and stop pushing power, and it'll back off a little bit. And I'll hold it at the 375 until I release the power button. Okay? So, let's try it. Let's put a tank on here and we'll go with that. But before I do, I want to tell you about one last thing. Touch sensor. Touch sensor does work. How you activate that is you power button and the up button. If I press these two together, it should say touch on. And I don't know if it did because it's upside down. It touches on. Now let me put a tank on here. Oh, by the way, this tank is a Billo version 2 by ePro. It was made by ePro and eCiggity. They got together and put this tank out. This has a titanium build in it, which is a .22. I will tell you that no matter what coil you put on here, per temperature wise, you should hit these two buttons first, because you want to set the resistance of this coil. Now I'll show you. Hit these two buttons and it should say set resistance, whatever that number is, and in this case it's a .220, which is what this is. You hit the button again, and now when I press this button at 30 joules, it fires at the proper rate per this coil, or yeah, per the coil. Alright, touchscreen. To activate the touchscreen, top two buttons. It says on, and it's firing. I don't know if you can hear it. Here, let me put it closer to you guys. One thing though, touchscreen is great. When this screen goes off, touchscreen will not work. You have to activate it again. It's like a safety feature, which is really nice. If you want to turn it off, it's the power button and the down. Now I'll say touch off. Now, come on. Alright, now I press the touchscreen. It does nothing. Okay. One other thing I want to point out about this case is the type of contacts that it has. You can see up here, they're copper contacts all the way around, but the top two are springy. Okay, and it's pretty good. I gotta push in. On the back, there's two button style. Okay, if you can see that, and there's no give whatsoever. Okay. Well, let's take it up. Let's do some vaping, and let's see how it goes. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, final thoughts on the Pioneer for You Ipv3 Li. I like it, hands down. I've been a fan of Pioneer for You for a long time. since the original ones, the IPv2, IPv2S. These are nice boxes. You know, the touchscreen, or excuse me, touch sensor. They've done miraculous work on it. Before they had nothing but issues. They're not like that now. They're actually good. They work, hands down. It's a good feeling box. Jeez, guys. Compared to Snow Wolf 200 watt. It's also a good temperature control mod box. However, when you put both of them side by side, both of them without batteries, they weigh almost the same thing. Almost. Snow Wolf is a little bit heavier, but once you put batteries in it, forget it. Then you're walking around with a brick. I have one. I had one. I didn't like it. Why? Because it just got too heavy. I hold this in my hand and it just works. It's nice. It feels good. It feels good in my hand. They've done great things with this box. I like this box. Now, let's see how she vapes. Granted, that's all on this tank, because that's all I'm vaping. You're not vaping the box, you're vaping the tank. But like I said, power works. It just pushes it up. Now, one thing I want to add about this box is if you are on 150 watts in power mode, when you press the button, it's not constant. At higher than 150 watts, it pulses. So it's if I had regular Cantal coil, I could show you that. But I don't. I have TI. I like it. It works. One thing I want to add about this Billow version 2, this tip is not the stock tip. This tip is made by Jason Keon. Jason, if I just mutilated your name, bro, I'm so sorry. But he makes the greatest tips I have ever used. They never get dirty. I never get spit back. And they're great. They look good. With that being said, Monkey Man out. And don't forget, like and subscribe.